You have to squint, but Yellowstone has dropped some pretty serious clues about the timeline for Season 5. And I'll explain this more thoroughly in just a moment, but I believe Season 5 will begin about 9 Yellowstone months after Season 4 ended, leaving plenty of time for plot holes to be explained away quickly. For example, we may not need to see John Dutton labor through a race for governor. By the time Season 5 begins, he'll either be in office or have decided to pull his name out of the running because the one person that he didn't want to be governor, i.e. his son, Jamie, is firmly under the family's thumb. Hey, it's Billy Dukes, and I admit I'm assuming you know certain things in this video, specifically what happened to Jamie, but if you don't, I won't spoil it for you here. I'll just point you to a video in the corner and the description section of this video so you can catch up on what happened during the Season 4 finale. It was pretty wild. Season 5 of Yellowstone has been filming for about 3 weeks now, and we're starting to see some pictures from the set on Instagram pages of actors like Denham Richards, Breckin Merrill, and my personal favorite, Ian Bowen. Even old Lloyd snuck into that shot, that rascally old son of a gun. Jefferson White returns, and we got him too. Jimmy looks the same aside from some eyeglasses, but he very well could just be without contacts. It's not like he suddenly has a head of curly hair or anything. Yeah, I'm foreshadowing. Quick subscribe and I'll get to why you're here. The reason I think the show has to move the timeline forward is to explain the growth of young actors Breckin Merrill, who plays Tate, and Finn Little, who plays Carter. When Season 5 drops, exactly 2 years will have passed since Season 4 stopped filming in November 2020. That means Breckin went from about 12 to 14, and Finn went from about 14 to 16 or so. Those are really big growth years. And this has happened before. Breckin likes to talk about this on his Instagram page. He not only shares throwback pictures from when he looked small enough to hide in a Home Depot bucket, he'll reveal things like how much time passed between scenes in Season 2. Remember that kidnapping scene? He was kidnapped by the Beck brothers? That was filmed one day, but the rescue scene where his head is shaved is months later. He'd grown like 4 inches. Here are some photos from Tate today, and while he looks a little more suave, it's pretty much the same kid. That's not the case for Finn Little. Here is Finn in Season 4, and here is Finn not so little today. I see shades of a tiny mustache growing there. I mean, the dude's all grown up. His voice probably sounds all different too. He's got quite a few recent pictures on Instagram, including this one, which is my personal favorite. But you can't put time back in a bottle, which means the show needs time to pass. On the Dutton Rules podcast, Addison Hagar and I have discussed this a fair bit, but dead-end plot lines may simply disappear once Season 5 begins, and that's fine because there was a lot of plot lines in Season 4. I'm hopeful that Avery is a goner, not because I don't think she's a good actor or I don't enjoy the character, it's just I don't buy that Casey would cheat on Monica, and that's what Avery represents. If about 9 months have passed, John's show horse business would be fully formed, Rip and Beth would be fully married and out of that honeymooner stage, Casey's decision and whatever his vision quest meant will become really apparent by the time Episode 1 airs. The reason I think this is true is because the show is filming May through August of this year. Season 4 was approaching fall in the Yellowstone universe, but it's now spring and summer in Montana, so the backgrounds will need to match. We just must have skipped all the cold and snow of a Montana winter, which I'm totally cool with. The other spoiler that speaks to this timeline comes courtesy of Piper Perabo, who plays Summer Higgins. She says that she and John Dutton's romance will heat up, but she's going to be in prison on the show for about 8 or 9 months, so you do the math there. Soon she'll get out of jail and start upsetting Beth all over again, which is always just fabulous television. I'm Billy Dukes for Taste of Country. Hey, before you split, make sure you subscribe because we're the source for Yellowstone theories, conversation, and episode breakdowns, and we're going to touch on 1883 and 1932 as well. Links to the podcast are in the description section of this video. I'm Billy Dukes for Taste of Country. Thanks for watching.